Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone, and broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the truest tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. I am life coach Tin de Joya for hashtag Project Real Talk. Now on season 2 here at Think Talk Broadcast, the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and members of Coach A coaching community. I'll be back shortly with my guest, Joan Evasco, an Oragon by heart from the beautiful province of Legazpi, Albay. Let's get to know her later. I'll be back shortly. Welcome to the live streaming of hashtag Project Real Talk, airing every Tuesday at 8 p.m. In this show, I want to help women by restoring fidelity in their relationship, starting with themselves and reclaim their identity after betrayal and brokenness so they can live and love again. Broadcasting beyond borders of the Green City, Pasig City on this 30th day of August 2022, I am life coach Tindy Hoya, a mom, a wife, and a woman who has reclaimed her life to help other women be the best that they can be regardless of the role they play. I am also a public speaker, a mental model collector, and a master builder apprentice of Master Coach A, and a relationship coach. Our mission here at Think Talk Broadcast is to get closer to our kindred and serve better our coaching tribe. We envision being the go-to network for content that connects the mind, the heart, and the soul through the platform of life coaching. And by serving in this digital space, the change I want to see is more women empowered as a mom and wife to nurture better family relationships, to create real men and women according to God's design. My guest for tonight is a woman whose mission is to serve not just her family, but her community as well. An Oragon by heart, reflected in the strength of her solo parenting, and a woman who made all things possible. If you will it and you want it, let's meet Miss Joan Evasco. Hello, Jo.
Hi, Coach Tin. Good evening.
Yeah, so thank you for saying yes for tonight's guesting. I know ito kasi si Joanna, met ko siya tagal na eh. Friend talaga siya ng sister ni Sean. So sila talaga yung may ano, pero parang naging close na din kami somehow. I don't know what happened, but we just became friends and yon. So, Jo, thank you so much for saying yes. And for tonight, since this is your first time here at Think Talk Broadcast, and I just want to say hi to all our viewers out there. And of course, hello, Coach Trisha. Coach Trisha is from Bicol, from Santo Domingo. So, just maray na bangi, Coach Trisha. We also have Sean joining us tonight. And the other coaches as well. Pa-join na din sila and some viewers as well. Kasi napapanood din to sa replay, no? So, for our viewers tonight, tell them who Joanne is. Sino ka before who you are now? Give us a backdrop of who was Joanne before.
Si Joanne before growing up with a different kind of arrangement sa family because basically medyo magulo yung background din namin when I grew up. So I tried to compensate with what is available then. So si Joanne kasi number one, I try to find ways. Sabi nga, if the both the you know, I find um I find ways in every hardship, challenges, and kumbaga, I try to take things as a matter of fact. One battle at a time nga, sabi ko lagi. You cannot win a war, but you can strategize how to win it. So parang ganon yung naging concept ko sa buhay. So basically, John is basically a warrior in itself because whatever is being thrown at, be it a challenge, be it a blessing, I try to embrace them with grace. And even if it's under pressure, I try to look at it like there's always something that you will benefit on it. Hindi ako yung pessimist, hindi rin naman ako yung optimist because I try to look, nasasaktan din ako because we are human. Pero I don't dwell on the pain much. Iiyak ako, pero after umiyak ng ilang dalawang araw, tatlong araw, okay, sige, gather up your strength and then let's move on. So from this point forward, let's move on. Lagi kong, ang motto ko kasi sa buhay, it's just keep moving forward. Irregardless of what lies ahead, you're not sure kasi what lies ahead. But if you take it little by little, a step at a time, you will try to realize na yung first step mo towards moving forward has already given you enough strength to say or lessen your burden or baggages. So, hindi talaga ako nagdedwell sa pain much kasi nga, I've been there, I've done that, I've cried. Yung baga, sige, let's move forward na lang. Yun talaga yung ano ko. Kaya nga sabi nila, how do I learn to survive in the context of everything that had happened? It's just like you have to have, number one, you have to have faith in what you do. Regardless whatever your religion is, you just have to have faith that there is a supreme being, there is God, there is a divine source for everything. And number two, you have to rely on your own strength and in your own decision. Kapag alam mong tama, manindigan ka. Kung alam mo namang mali, magpakumbaba ka. So yun lang na dalawang concept na yun. And number three na lang is siguro to find an inspiration. And in my case, I have two kids. So I have to be their strength and their guide. Kasi hindi madali maging solo parent. I've been a solo parent for 10 years, 11 years, almost 11 years. So, mahirap magdala kasi I have a daughter and a son. So, kailangan mong maging mom dun sa daughter mo, kailangan mong maging father sa son mo. So, you have to know how to balance. So, yun yung if yun yung description ko sa sarili ko.
Ang ganda. Knowing Joanne, no, ever since na nakilala ko taga si Joanne, I could see the strong personality, no. Pag hindi mo taga siya kilala, ayaw mo siyang kausap eh. Parang ayaw ko yung kausap yan, parang ang sungit. And but she has a heart na very very open, very accepting. You just got to have to learn to know her. And yeah, her story is not a secret from us. Kasi yung family naman namin is really close. From time pag umuwi nga kaming Bicol, at times we really pass by to visit kahit si mami niya, si Tita Sara. So, yun siya. And it's really good na nakita ko kasi yung struggle din ni Joanne sa family. Kaya until she became the solo parent. Pero it was a tough decision for her. Pero I could see the strength on how she really stood up. Sabi ko sa kanya, Darna ka talaga eh. Kaya nauso yung term namin sa kanya na Darna. Kasi may moment na parang hindi na siya nagpapahinga, and I worry for her. Like, syempre, kasi kahit sabihin mong kinakaya mo lahat, dadating ka talaga sa point na babagsak yung katawan mo. And of course, you have kids. And hindi naman pwedeng, because you just wanna give them everything, is you forget about yourself. So, how do you balance, how do you balance, Joanne, yung, I know you're busy, may consultancy ka, and I know may mga advocacies kay, like, may mga, I'm not sure if I am right, it's may mga urban planning ka, may mga ginagawa kang parang feasibility studies that you present to other countries, diba? So it take you out of Legazpi, you travel and all. So how do you balance being a mom and being the career woman that you are?
Actually, siguro one factor that basically helped a lot is the support system. Kasi alam niyo naman hindi ako morning person. I am physically awake at 6 a.m. but my mind wakes up at 10 a.m. So routine lang yung 6 to 9. Makikita mo lang ako nag ano, but basically the 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 persons who had been there for me is my mom and my sister. Kasi during the difficult times, they were there for me. So sila talaga yung tumulong sa akin. Even in the work sa bahay, sila yung katulong ko. So, kailangan mo kasi as a mom, I try to do time management. Kaya mahilig ako ng to-do list. Sabi nila daw disorganized pag may to-do list, pero kasi nga marami kang naiisip, marami kang gustong gawin for that day. So minsan ang to-do list ko in a day umaabot ng 20 pero na-attain ko lang diyan 5, 7. Pero pag naka-attain ako ng ganyan na number, okay na sa akin 'yun. At least may na-attain ako for the day. Kasi 'di ba dapat nga sabi nga nila, sabi ng mga nakikita kong life coaches, you have to start with a day with the end in mind. Kasi ano ba yung gusto mong ma-attain for the day? So, kaya every night, I will write down my to-do list. Naka-priority siya. So, minsan, kahit number 4 siya sa list ko, if I don't feel like it's a priority, it will not be a part of it. So, when I handle naman, like yung mga consultancies kasi, mga research studies na ginagawa ko internationally, I try to ask them, when is it due? Kung kaya, why not? Pag hindi, di next project na lang, wala tayong magagawa. Because there are some projects that requires you 2 weeks na walang tulog. Before talaga, I will get all majority of the projects. Kaya minsan ang eye bags ko, di cubic ko na. Ano na talaga siya, mukha na akong panda. So, nung lumaki na yung mga bata, when my daughter turned 18 already, sabi ko, parang I could lie low because my daughter also has her own business. So, I could lie low already. So, pero feeling ko, may katulong na rin ako because hindi na siya masyadong humihingi ng mga finances niya sa school. Tapos, later on, yun na nga, physically, I felt drained also. So, I had to detach muna sa mundo ng trabaho because from when we separated, I was really consumed by work because that's how I compensated with the pain. I had to consume myself with work. Because if not, baka po nando na tayo sa Mandaluyong, sa loob. Nandoon na ako. Kasi nga,
Pwedeng kadlan kasi may kadlan
pwede,
tayo.
sa kadyan din. Kasi yun na nga. Pero, kasi di ba mental health advocate ako. Kapag nasistress ako, it's either I will eat or I will sleep or I will drive. Long driving talaga ang therapy ko, eating and sleeping. Actually, may isang restaurant dito, Delica. Pag tumawag na ako, magsasabi na ako, Ma'am Glad, same order. Tapos pagdating ko doon, sasabihin na, Ma'am, stress ka? Kasi meron talaga ako isang menu sa kanila na pag stress ako, yun yung kinakain ko. As in, yung cold noodles, nauubos ko siya in one sitting. Yun lang. So, may mga taong naging close na sa akin because of, alam nila kung stress ako, hindi. So, I really had to detach. I had really to manage my time. Dahil kung hindi, I will be consumed much of work. And wala na akong oras sa mga bata. But what I do is that when I come home, minsan nakakauwi ako mga 4, 5 in the afternoon. Nagre-rest man ako 30 minutes. Tapos habang nag-snack, nag-check ka na ng notes ng mga bata. Ano na ba yung nagawa nila? Tapos pagkatapos nila, ito na naman, trabaho naman ako ng aking task. Tapos, I sleep kasi late. I sleep around 12 to 2 a.m. Pero I will wake up at 5. Yun na nga lang, zombie ako hanggang 10. Mga 2 cups of coffee, okay na ako. So, yun yung ano ko. Yun yung dati ako. So, right now, what na-realize ko, sobrang abuso sa katawan. I even had hyperacidity before. Kaya sabi ko, sige, I have to find ways na magiging healthy ang aking compensatory mechanism sa stress. So I entered into painting, yung mga number painting lang, huwag kayong mag-aasa na magaling ako mag-paint. Kailangan ko yung may numbers. Maliliit man siya pero it helps a lot. I also do journal. Siguro mag-8 years na ako nagjo-journaling. It's more of how I feel for the day, how pero minsan hindi naman siya yung talagang religious na everyday ko sinusulatan. Pag medyo masama, masaya, yun yung nakalaman sa journal ko. Kung may learning realization siya for the day, yun yung journal ko. Kasi masarap balik-balikan. Minsan yung katangahan mo, pag binasa mo, ay shit, tanga pala ako. Nung etong oras na to, etong araw na to, nagpakatanga pala ako. So mga ganon na realization. Pero it's actually releasing your tensions also. Tapos talaga
Yeah.
music and long drive. Yan sa ngayon, yan yung therapy ko. So minsan wala naman akong pupuntahan, magsasakay lang ako sa magda-drive lang ako. Kung saan lang ako dalhin.
Yun.
Tapos nag-iisip ka.
Yeah. So very reflective. Like si Sean din pag stress, he wants to do long drive. Minsan sabi niya, labas nga tayo kasi stress na siya. So a change of scenery and of course the driving parang it comes naman talaga. And speaking of journaling, I want to invite you, the viewers out there, if you're joining us now, I want to invite you to join us. We have this community project where we are encouraging writers, yung mga gustong magsulat, people who has the heart to write. Not necessarily na dapat writer ka eh. It's not. It's really more of people na gustong i-share yung gratefulness nila and how they see love and safety. Join us in our community project. We are publishing 365 days. We call it the hashtag project journal. We are intending to have it printed this October so that by November we could release it. So it will include 365 depende kung basta 365 pages. So depende, halimbawa kung ako yung writer, I only have one page for myself, if i-feature siya doon sa page niya. So I want to invite you, Jo, and of course to all our viewers out there, you can also join us. Just send me a message so I can assist you on how you can join our journaling project. So exciting siya kasi magko-collate na kami ng mga right. So nakakatuwa 'di ba na madami kayong writers tapos someday you will see each other. So yun po yung goal natin is to publish that by November. And of course, let me just say hello. We have Coach Lynn joining us from backstage and of course online. And we also have Mami Len. Si Mami Len nanonood eh. And
Hi, Tita!
si Weng, nanonood si Weng. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Weng. Yun. Pakitag nga din si Mami Rose. Inubos na eh. Yun. So, Jo, I really love what you said, no, na dati talaga, kinikwento mo nga na you really take time na parang halos ubusin. Kasi ang iba po talaga, when you are in pain, at times, what you do is yung pinapagod mo yung sarili mo. Yun yung way mo on how you can, parang feeling mo you are able to recover from that eh. Kasi hindi mo siya iniisip. And I can relate to that kasi ayaw mo mag-isip eh. Sige, pagurin ko na lang ang sarili ko. Yung kahit ano na lang gagawin ko, basta hindi ako mag-isip. Yung you can stay long hours in the office and all. Kasi ayaw mo mag-isip. But yeah, thankfully, you were able to realize. And paano ka nag-start na maging mental health advocate? Aside from your story, I know hindi naman siya automatic na, ay, gusto ko maging mental health advocate. Paano mo siya na-start?
Hindi, ever since nung college, kasi kami, di ba, sa psychiatric nursing, I was always into the mental health process. Kasi nga, when I was in high school, I tend to, yung parang hindi mo alam kung ano yung hinahanap mo. Tapos, wala naman makakapag-explain sa'yo. So, nung time na nagre-review ako, there was a chance na after ko maging nurse, there was a chance na mag-volunteer ako sa National Center for Mental Health kay Ma'am Lucy before. Sabi niya, kung wala kang gagawin sa province, mag-volunteer ka muna dito for a while. So I stayed siguro mga 2 weeks sa kanya for on depressive patients. Tapos sabi ko, ang dami palang depressed sa mundo. Pero pag kinausap mo sila, parang, ay, dinaanan ko din yan. Bakit hindi naman ako ka nun, di ba? Tapos, doon ka na-realize na sabi ko, I really want to be a mental health advocate. And especially nung time nung COVID, ang daming former student ko na nagkaroon ng mga insecurities. May mga friends din ako na nag-open up. Kasi I could go out. They cannot go out. So, kasi permitted kami because of the nature of the work. Pero yun na nga, marami during the time of COVID, marami akong na-realize na ang ikli pala ng pasensya ng tao. Lalo na kapag tinanggal mo sa kanila yung isang bagay na nakakapag-distress sa kanila. Kasi stressful yung buhay nila sa bahay kasi hindi nila alam kung lalabas ba sila. And yet, mas stressful kung nag-positive sila sa COVID that time. Kasi they will be isolated, the family will be branded. So, every now and then, I do, sabihin na natin psychological first aid to these people online and some of them calls me up. So, yun yung reason kung bakit I took up psychological first aid. Sa online nga lang siya, but it's about 6 months sa John Hopkins. Pinagtiyagaan ko talaga siya kahit natatapos kami ng 3 a.m. Kasi nga, yun nga, unang-una maganda yung pinag-aralan. And then at the same time, the school is also very prestigious. So, sabi ko, sige na, pagtsatsagaan ko because I applied for it. 20 lang yata kami na kinuha that time for the online psychological first aid. So sabi ko, why not help people? Because right now, ang daming tao ang stress and hindi nila alam actually kung paano mag-distress. Maswerte na lang yung aware ka. Like ako, when I am stressed, alam kong stressed ako kasi magdadrive ako, bibili ako ng pagkain, kakain ako. So alam yan, kahit dito sa bahay. Baliktad kasi ako, pag stress ako, di mo ako makakausap. Pag galit ako, di mo ako makakausap. Pero eto, normal ako. Baliktad, opposite, as in opposite. Hindi mo ako makikita nag-iimik, hindi kita kakausapin pag galit ako sa'yo. Yung opposite na opposite talaga kung gaano ako kadaldal na normal tapos pag stress. So alam ko yung, okay, stress ako. Kasi hindi na ako nakikipag-usap. So I have to, ako mismo, I have to find myself again. I have to detach and then, sige, hanapin ko muna yung sarili ko. Tapos, sige, okay na ako. Saka naman ako babalik.
Yan. The good thing about it is you're aware. May awareness ka when you're stressed when you don't feel like talking and it's like you are isolating yourself. But you see, in mental health kasi, most often hindi good ang isolation. Not unless, of course, you know how to handle it, di ba? Kasi doon pumapasok yung mga negative thoughts and all. The good thing is Joan has a background on the psychological part, kaya mas madali sa kanya. But in ordinary cases, like in your case, when you get stressed, di ba, you just do the long drive. Are there people na meron bang someone na you just turn to just to let it out, or talagang ikaw lang, like you
No,
process yourself alone?
I have a best friend for 37 years. Tama ba? Almost 37 years na ako mag-best friend. Oo. Pero nakakatuwa kasi opposite sex. So para kaming traulo, siya lang kasi yung nakaka-manage ng ka-abnormalan ko. Sa totoo lang. For that length of time, he knows how moody I could get. And then, syempre, andito pa rin naman sa Philippines si Kuya Raul. So, pag minsan, pinupuntahan ko siya sa office. Wala lang, nag-uusap lang kami. I have friends, I have acquaintances, but only very few really understand kung sino talaga si Joan. Si Shai, happy birthday, Shai. So, si
Yeah,
Shai,
birthday ni siya.
si Kuya Raul, si Weng, si Steve. Yan lang yung mga tao talaga nakakilala sa akin ng buo
Yeah.
since simula ng kung sino talaga si Joan. Pero yung mga ngayon, syempre, hindi pa naman nila alam talaga yung ugat. I have circle of friends also from the Lady Eagles Club, si Ate Lea, Ate Lara, Ate Celine, Ate Jinky, Ate Cons. Sila din naman yung, tara na, usap-usap na tayo. Doon din naman ako sa kanila nakaka-release ng tensions and nakaka-release ng sakit. Sama ng loob, kumbaga. Sa kanila ko rin nasasabi yon. So, bihira kasi ako makakuha ng makakasundo kasi nga, first impression, mataray ako.
Yeah. Ang taray niya. As in, super strong. If you see her personally, hindi ka basta-basta lalapit talaga kay John kasi very strong nga yung person. But she has that kindness heart, if you just get to know her. And yun nga, tama, you really cannot isolate yourself for a long time. You just have to get someone out there na if you have a circle of friends na who will be able, pero dapat kasi yung tamang tao din. Yeah, kilala ko sa si Raul eh. Yung,
Si
kasi
Doc.
circle of friends din siya, si Doc. Yan. So, yung value lang kasi ng awareness is really, hindi mo kasi dinideny yung sarili because it's not also good for your mental health. If you deny na, teka, stress lang to, okay lang ako. Kasi most often, people would tend to, ang default niya is, okay lang ako. Kahit stress ako, okay lang ako. Until such time na punong-puno ka na at di mo na alam kung paano siya ilalabas. So, from there, we've been talking about we've been talking about you as the person who you are. Meron pa bang dreams, Joanne, na gustong ma-achieve?
Ay, meron. Marami. Meron akong bucket list actually. Every year, pag may crinash out, kailangan ko dagdagan. O, diba? Kasi nga, kailangan ko umabot ng 98 years old. Yun yung goal ko. Kailangan ko 98 years old ako. Sabi nga, may friend ako, sabi niya, bakit ba nagba-bucket list ka? Sabi ko, pag nag-bucket list ka, you find purpose, you find goal for yourself. Kasi diba, we have goals for our kids, we have goals for our family. Sabi ko, kung sinabi kong okay na ako, parang, paano naman ako yung mga gusto ko? Like, gusto ko mag-skydiving, o gusto ko mag-skin deep, o diba, gusto ko gusto ko talaga umakyat ng Mayon Volcano, umakyat ng Mount Pula, gusto ko mag-travel. So, nakalagay siya dyan. Para sabi ko, may purpose din naman ako. Hindi ko man siya ma-achieve ngayon. At least later on, pag krinas out mo, iba kasi yung drama na kinakrash out mo siya eh.
Yeah.
Iba yung feeling ng kinakrash, na-achieve ko, tapos may date pa yan, tapos naka-highlight yan. Diba? Tapos pag natanggal na siya, dagdag ka naman ng isa. So, it allows you to give yourself a direction or a dream or a goal. Siguro ang pinaka-goal ko right now is to have the house. To have a house, an own home. Kasi 'di ba right now, alam niyo naman, I live with my parents because I have senior citizen parents already. Plus yung nature ng work ko na laging nasa field, so hindi ko basta-basta maiwanan yung mga bata because sometimes I stay overnight for several days everywhere. Sabi nga, kalad ka rin babae. So, kung saan may action, doon din naman ako. So, yun yung nature. So, siguro ngayon, ang gusto ko lang is to have a house. Siguro, not this year, maybe in 2 years' time. Goal.
Yeah, so the ultimate goal is to have that house. Pero tama si Jo, iba kasi pag may bucket list ka because you're looking forward to something. Kasi minsan, ang una kasing ginagawa natin is, hindi naman kasi mangyayari to. Actually, subconsciously, your brain is doing something na somehow you achieve it. Kaya it's important that you write it. The journaling helps as well. Tapos yung bucket list, it's not necessarily naman na dapat big dreams, no? Yung like the simply as skydiving. Nasa bucket list ko din yan, pero sabi ko bungee jump muna, parang hindi ko kaya skydiving. Tapos yan, scuba diving, pero not skin deep. Parang, wait, I cannot. So, may mga ganun ako, no? So, pero it helps when you write down your bucket list kasi your brain is trying to find that truth in that. And, syempre, everything, lagi naman talaga may obstacles in life. So, what's the obstacle that you cannot forget, but it made you stronger? But before you answer that, of course, we will be pausing for a break, and once we get back, yun yung time na sasagutin mo yung tanong ko. So, see you in a bit.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.
Hello, and we're back here. But before that, let me just say hi to Karen. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we are back for the second part of our season 2, 18th broadcast of hashtag Project Real Talk, brought to you by Decaf Coffee Republic, the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines, and our home as professional certified CACC life coaches, and our home as professional and the coaching tribe of Decaf, located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. You may come for dine-in or visit for coaching services from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday to Thursday. You may also join the community night event happening daily from 7:30 p.m. onwards. For tomorrow, we're gonna be having Purpose Wednesday, away in a day with Coach Rizel. Strengthening Thursday, coaching for the soul with Master Coach A. So do join us on floor. And Fab Saturday, open mic with Coach Orville. Comfy Sunday, Sundays for Life with Coach Sean. Nurturing Monday, that's Walk Along with Coach Teen. So that's me. And Groove Tuesday, it's all about habits with Master Coach Hasmin. Our coaching hub is also an events place and a venue of choice for face-to-face classes, training, and private functions. Please connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 for inquiry and reservation. And also, if you are one person who desires to experience the transformation in areas of health, wealth, and relationship, then I invite you to join us inside Be Learning Society as one of the mental model collectors with full access pass to the monthly mental model masterclass of Master Coach A that is exclusive for Be Learning Society members only. And for this coming September, that's gonna be this September 30th, we have our mental model masterclass. It's more on the let me just pull it up here. We have a new class, of course, coming up next, and do join us. That's at 7:30 p.m. So all you have to do is connect with Coach Rizel at 0917-586-1661 to join us. Be Learning is the tent maker of Be Learning homes for mental fitness, and here you also get to enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount from the cup. The mental model collector class will also give you a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And TikTok broadcast is also powered by Rise Up Creatives Worldwide, the social commerce turnkey solution provider that helps entrepreneurs and business owners to leverage the power of content marketing to provide value, improve engagement, and increase revenue with the investment of just 5 minutes every single day. Visit www.riseupcreatives.com to learn the benefits of lifetime members like me and discover how you can rise up and be creative in growing your business. So we're back, and let me call back my guest on screen, Joanne. Yeah, and so before the break, I asked you na, what was the hardest obstacle that you have encountered, and what was the lesson? How did it help you, or how did it make you the woman that you are now?
The hardest obstacle was raising kids on your own. Pero rewarding siya. It is the decision of ending something to start another is one thing that taught me how to stand, not just for myself, but for my kids. Ang natutunan ko dun sa experience is that ano pala ako, hindi pala ako lampa. Kasi 'di ba, I kung ano, 'di ba, before parang napaka-dependent ko kina mommy, kina daddy. Pero nung nag-ano na ako, nag-desisyon na, sige, wala nang bawian. Talagang, kasi I was, when we separated, it was a decision. I don't want my kids to grow in a broken family. Pero it was a decision that what compelled me to make the decision was at the brink of insanity. I was already in that thin line. Sabi ko, either I end up in asylum talaga, or I would end up in jail. So yun lang yung dalawang bagay na pinagpipilian ko. So sabi ko, di bali nang mawala yung isang bagay para mag-flourish yung dalawang bagay, which are my kids. So sabi ko, it was a difficult decision, pero yun nga, masakit siya, pero kaya lang kailangan, wala kang choice. Dinesisyonan mo yan, panindigan mo yan. Kahit sa mga anak ko, yun din yung sabi ko, when you make your choice, you have to stand firm with your choice. Irregardless how painful it might be. But, as human as we are, you must be really firm with your decision. Kaya nga, siguro yun din yung part na nahihirapan din. I have to be honest, nahihirapan with this kind of personality, nahihirapan ako maghanap ng partner that would equate with the kind of personality that I have. Hindi ko yung pagkakaila because yun na nga. Siguro kasi physically they see me as that strong. Pero sabi ko nga, I'm a mentos. I'm hard on the outside but soft on the inside. Di ba? So, yun yung hardest decision, yung paghihiwalay, and then taking stand for my two kids. Carrying my kids for the past 11 years. And then, I think naman, in a grade of 1 to 10, I could say I gave my 6 to the kids. So, the 4, siguro, the remaining is also for myself. So, yun.
Yeah, I love that na parang Mentos, and hard on the outside, soft on the inside. Yeah, kasi when you are caught up in an obstacle that's really too hard, at times kailangan mo tagang yung tamang decision ang piliin mo eh. Minsan pwede ka naman kasing magtiis, di ba? Pero if it's no longer helping you, if it's no longer good to your mental health, it would somehow affect the kids pag hindi ka tumayo, hindi ka nagdesisyon. So, kailangan mo talagang tumayo at magdesisyon, masakit man siya. Because at the end of the day, what's important is how these kids will really grow up and see you. Syempre, i-guide mo pa din naman. Pwedeng sa tingin nila mali yung decision mo, pero at the time, it's the right decision. At tama nga si John na whatever decision that you make, kailangan mo siyang tayuan, kailangan mo siyang panindigan. If it's wrong, then pwede namang baguhin at the end eh. But at least you are able to really stand up and see how God's hands will really work to. Kasi kailangan mo pa din talaga ng faith. Hindi kaya na wala. So you have to be able to to journey and really see what God is preparing for you. And who knows, baka dumating din si Mr. Right or si partner na hinahanap natin. Kasi tama ka doon, parang kailangan talaga super strong din to compensate or to complement, not to compensate, but to complement who you
Compliment.
have been. Kasi ano siya hindi talaga madali na you just go out there and kasi pwede naman tagang kahit sino, 'di ba? But it would still be the wrong choice. So, kailangan mo pa
Yes.
din tagang gamitan ng wisdom. So, thank you for that, John. So, maglaro tayo. May game ako. So, if you're familiar with the fast talk that's being done by Mr. Boy Abunda, I also have that here. So, wala naman tama or maling sagot. Ikaw yun eh. So, mag-fill in the blanks lang tayo. Ready?
Doon ako kinakabahan eh. Baka kung anong sabi ko.
Wala. Safe game. Yeah. So, let's start. Blank excites me.
Food.
Food talaga. Tama
Talaga.
pag distress kasi ang food eh.
Food talaga.
Tama. And I know si Agasa, magaling magluto
She
and
bakes.
gumawa ng shakes. Oo, di ba? I saw it. Talagang wow.
Bakes.
At her young age, she's a young entrepreneur. So I really commend you on that aspect kasi she's learning how to start a business on her own. Kami, like the kids din sa amin, we are training them na wag nang mag-corporate, to start really doing their passion and earn from it. Kasi nakita namin sa COVID yung nangyari na parang anytime your work can be lost. But if you're able to use your passion, you're able to monetize it. So yun siya. Blank makes me cry.
Kapag nasasaktan yung mga anak ko, honestly, yun. It breaks a mother's heart. Mahirap yun.
At anong ginagawa ni John pag nasasaktan mga anak niya?
Ay, hindi ako nagpapakita sa kanila, umiiyak ako. Pero if it's a person, ang sarap mag-rest ba?
Saktan.
Kasi siyempre, kailangan sinasabi ko sa kanila, pinasok niyo yan, kailangan yung hanapan ng paraan. Lagi ko sinasabi sa mga anak ko, kung saan ka nadapa, doon ka tatayo. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng gumulong ka palayo kung saan ka nadapa. Wala kang choice. When you fall down, you have to stand up.
Yes, at least they learn how to protect themselves and fight for themselves. Kasi ang iba kasi yung ginagawa, sila yung lumalaban para sa anak. Ang tanong nga doon, paano pag wala ka na? I love that thought na kung saan ka nadapa, matuto kang tumayo doon. Sige, I love blank.
I love chocolates.
Food talaga ulit.
I love
chocolates.
chocolates.
Busy siya. Sana magkita kayo, no? She'll be coming home this October.
Sana meron siyang dark chocolates.
Sabihan natin, siya kung nanonood ka, magdala ka ng dark chocolate.
Magdala ka ng dark chocolate. Pupunta ako ng Maynila para sa iyo. Para sa chocolate.
Sa chocolate, no? Yeah. I want to blank.
I want to travel the world.
Anong country if ever?
Europe.
Yung Europe talaga. Yung
Europe.
Dream ko din yan. Paris, actually.
European tour. Yeah. Gusto ko siya.
Yeah. Sige, titingnan ko kung lalabas dito yung my favorite food is blank.
My favorite food is hiyashi chuka.
Yung pang-distress mo ba yan?
Yes.
Yung cold noodles.
Yes.
Yeah, gusto ko din yung
Pag nasa-stress ako, Japanese. Japanese ako.
Japanese one. Ano meron sa Japanese na pang-distress?
Hindi, gusto ko yung hiyashi chuka kasi malamig siya. So, pag nilulunok ko siya, malamig, masarap sa tiyan. Basta, ewan ko, pero nauubos ko yung isang order na good for 3. Ganun
wow.
Ganun ako mag-distress.
Ganun ka stress.
Oo. Kahit dito sa bahay, alam nila yan. Pag may hiyashi chuka. Oh, good.
So, pag na-stress ka, babiyahe ka lang, kakain ka lang.
Kakain lang ako. Minsan, may occasional drinking din with friends. Pero yun nga, boring ako pag nalalasing kasi natutulog lang ako. Ine-expect nilang hahagulgol. Di ba? Pag lasing ka, di ba? Yung
Magkikwento. Oo,
kwento.
madaldal.
Hindi, natutulog ako. Kaya wala ring kwentang kainuman. Pag nalasing, matutulog.
So,
Pero
hindi talaga pwede.
during the drinking session, nagkikwento ako. Pero pag, di ba, ina-expect talaga nila
Pag
iiyak.
tinamaan ka na, oo.
Natutulog lang ako. Kailangan ko ng folding bed. Kailangan ko lang matulog. Okay na ako doon. Kasi nakalabas na, nakwento ko na. Tapos parang
Yeah.
kailangan ba repeat ng ulit-ulit. Para kasing, di ba, we have this saying na kapag inulit-ulit mo, nawawala siya.
Oo.
Pero sa akin kasi pag naka-release na ng once, okay na. Okay na ako.
Parang okay na.
Oo, okay na ako. Next chapter na. Parang ganun na.
Tama. Next one. Move on na.
Oo, move on agad-agad. Ganun ka-instant. Na-master
Sige.
ko na yung art ng moving on.
Yung mga gusto pong matuto ng art of moving on, mag-connect lang po kay Joanna. Yan. So, when I am alone, I blank.
When I'm alone, I either paint or listen to music.
Oh, you paint. Ngayon ko lang nalaman yung side na yun na you paint.
Oo, I paint. Pero number painting nga lang.
Yung number painting. Painting pa
Pero
din yun. Tatagain mo yun eh.
I did freehand painting before. Hindi ko alam kung sino yung mga pinagbibigyan ko. Ay, maganda to. Sige, sa'yo na. Kung ganon. Wala naman akong planong palitan si Picasso. Pero yun.
Yan. Sige. My dream vacation is blank.
My dream vacation is going to a Caribbean cruise.
Wow. Caribbean. Yeah. Maganda nga yung Caribbean yan. Sige, last question. If I can blank, I will blank.
If I can have superpowers, I will help a lot of people in the context of mental and social health.
Yan, ganda yan.
Marami ko stress ngayon.
Oo, tama. Madami nga kailangan tulungan. At our end, we also are trying to help a lot of people. Kaya nga, like, we do this show kasi it's empowering others na when you share your story, they are able to connect and say na, ay, may ganyan din pala ako. And okay lang pala to acknowledge it. Na minsan may dadaanan ka, pero kaya naman palang bumangon. So, yun siya. So, with everything that transpired in your life, may gusto ka bang baguhin? If you can be given a magic wand, okay.
Wala akong babaguhin kasi pag binago ko yun, hindi ako yun. There are regrets, but those challenges, those regrets actually honed me to who I am right now. Hindi ako magiging si Joan na kilala ninyo or makikilala ninyo kung kailangan kong i-delete yung part na yun. Kumbaga, para sa akin, lahat yon na pinagdaanan ko are part of the process of my life. They are the spice and the sugar of it. So, kung may papalitan ako, may mawawala na chapter. So, kaya, di ba, the life story that we have right now is chapter by chapter. You cannot skip to the end if you did not go from the chapter 1 to the chapter 7, let's say. Kailangan mo yung kada chapter na yun. Iba-ibang tao, iba-ibang chapter sa buhay mo. Iba-ibang kwento, iba-ibang challenges, but they are part of who you are right now. Hindi ko kasi alam kung hanggang 98 years old, kung may magsistay pa ba dun sa chapter na yun, di ba? So, there are good chapters or bad chapters. They make you who you are right now. You cannot skip one chapter or tear off one chapter just because it was painful. You just have to look at it and then reflect on it. What was the lesson? What should you learn from that? So, sabi nga nila, life nga is what you make of it. Don't dwell on the past because we're not living there anymore. You don't dwell on the future because you don't know if tomorrow you will still wake up. But rather make the most of what you have today. So, yung question ko, may i-delete ba ako, tatanggalin, babaguhin? Siguro wala. Kasi hindi ako magiging ako ito ngayon kung wala yung mga chapters na yun.
Agree. Because all the chapters makes who you are. Um, it might be painful for some chapters, but it has helped in making the person that you become now. Hindi naman siya wasted eh. Yep, it's painful, but at times, kasi minsan yung mga tao may gusto silang i-erase na part. However, yeah, those parts hurt you, but it made you more resilient or more anti-fragile. Yun yung term namin, anti-fragile. It made you more stronger because you were able to transform to be the better person that you are now. So if we can scale your life 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, how is Joanne now?
Siguro 6.
6.
Hindi pa
Bakit
tayo
6?
nandun. Hindi, 5.5. Tumawa din.
5.5?
5.5 kasi may marami pa rin akong bagay na gustong ma-achieve sa buhay. Like,
Mm-mm.
I still want to finish my PhD and I still want to finish other. Actually, gusto ko mag-law. Diba? Biglang, gusto ko mag-law.
Oh,
Ganon. Diba?
wow.
Gusto ko rin makita yung mag-flourish yung business ng mga anak ko. Because
Mm-mm.
because si Agatha, plan niya rin maglagay ng coffee shop. Gusto ko rin makita yung anak ko maging yung bunso, si Jaden. I want to see him as a pilot or sabi niya nga astrophysicist. Sana meron na sa
Wow.
Philippines by that time, di ba? So,
Or
yun.
else, kakayod ka ng bongga.
Hindi, maghanap na lang tayo ng AFAM. Na-joke lang. I'm not, di ba? Hindi, maghahanap na lang ng way talaga. If
Yes.
he cannot be an astrophysicist, at least second choice na yung magiging piloto.
Yeah.
Actually, gusto ng military pilot. So, tingnan natin
Mm.
kung saan sila. Kasi I don't dictate what my children has to get in college. So, hindi ako nakikialam. I'm just a support system. Yun sinasabi ko. Suporta lang ako.
Yeah.
So, marami akong gustong makita. Siyempre, I want my children also to be secured financially, psychologically. Also, I want to own the house. Malay mo, matisod ako bukas, tapos makita ko si
Oo, di ba?
Forever. Diba?
Tama.
Mamuntog siya. Tapos nakita niya ako, ay, hindi naman pala siya mataray.
Oo,
Parang
di
bukas.
ba?
Agad.
Who
Hindi. Yung
knows?
parang I'm not looking for somebody naman na perfect. Kumbaga sa akin lang that somebody comes, may he embrace my imperfection and try to accept the entire being of me. Yun lang naman ang hinahanap ko. And then of course, he has to love the kids. Pero in the context yung kalahati na 5.5, it's more of securing my kids. It's more of wanting them to see them successful and guide them also in their later lives na ma-guide ko sila kung ano man ang kailangan nila. Not necessarily madiktahan, pero more of, sige, I'm just here, I'm your support system. Kung kailangan yung iyakan, kailangan yung kailangan nyo ng rest back, nandito lang ako. Yung mga tipong
Yun.
ganun, yung ma-secure mo
Ah.
lang sila, okay na ako dun.
Yeah.
Until
So,
mag-57 silang lahat. Abang 98 din sila.
wow. Buhay ka pa kaya dun, no? Agatha is currently watching. And my question right now would be something that you want to say to them. If you can do a real talk with Agatha and Jaden, especially na, halimbawa, dumating na sila sa point that they will also have their own family, carve their own path in life. What would you like to say? Ano yung 3 lessons na pwede mong iwan sa kanila na pwede nilang panghawakan ano man ang mangyari?
Number 1, make a firm decision. Whatever you choose in life, you have to stand by it. Number 2, never be afraid to fail because failure is a great teacher. People who are afraid to fail actually are the ones who are afraid to change something about themselves. They are afraid to learn the lesson. And number 3, even if I pass in this life, second life, third life, I would always be there for you. Yun yung tatlong bagay. My love for them is unending. Sabi ko nga sa kanila lagi, it's from to infinity and beyond. So yung tatlong yun, firm decision, learn to fail forward, and then love. So, yun yung tatlong lesson na ibibigay ko sa kanila.
I love that. Encompassing the conversation tonight is really more on how you can make them feel loved and safe. Kanina, you mentioned as well during the early part of the conversation na you started realizing na, teka lang, may kailangan din akong gawin sa sarili ko. Yeah, I work, because I do this for my family, but I also have to take care of myself. If you can paint a picture of that love and safety, ano yung picture na yun encompassing your life?
Ako, it's not, it's either sunset or sunrise.
Mm.
Kasi, pag sunrise, it's always a new beginning. And if it's sunset, it's always a promise of a new beginning. Because sun doesn't always sets down forever. At the end of the 12 hours, you still have sunrise. So, mahilig kasi ako sa sunset. Ayun, yung mga hindi nakakilala sa akin, mahilig ako sa sunrise at sunset.
Yeah.
And the moon. And the moon.
Yep.
Gusto ko, ayoko ng madilim na moon. Gusto ko full moon siya. Kasi parang, di ba, sabi nga nila, marami ka matututunan sa phases ng moon. At the end of the day, it's still whole. So, gusto ko yung whole na moon, yung full moon. Kasi
yung full
it
moon
reminds you that how broken you are, you still have to end the day that you are still whole.
Wow. It's so profound. Yeah, I love that ano eh.
Diba?
Gusto ko yun. It's really more of how you really see the beginning and the end. Because at the end of the day, you are the one making your life. Parang ang pangit nga naman na forever kang nandun sa pain. Yes, the pain is there. Pero it heals. You recover as time goes on. Pero may kailangan kang gawin para sa sarili mo. May kailangan kang tingnan. And in that picture, how do you see love and safety for yourself?
That there will always be tomorrow.
Mm.
That there will always be a security that at the end of the day, at the end of everything, I'd still have myself. Hindi mo kasi pwedeng, kasi tayo, Filipinos love the idea of love. And we tend to give that love to other people to assure us na mahal tayo nila. Diba? Sorry ito yung pangit kasi Filipino culture. Minsan martir na tayo. Sakal na sakal.
Totoo naman yan.
Kulang na lang, papatayin ka na. Stay ka pa din. Ay, hindi pwede sa akin. Siguro noon pwede. Pero ngayon, sige, you want to go, go. Bye. Diba? Kasi kailangan mo, bago ka magbigay ng love, ikaw mismo, mahal mo yung sarili mo. Irregardless kung perfect yung sarili mo o hindi. Kilala mo dapat yung sarili mo. Kilala mo yung flaws mo. So, like ako, lagi nilang sinasabi, mataray ako. Sabi ko, alam ko na yun, huwag mo lang i-emphasize. Pero ako, get to know me first. Diba? Before you judge me, know my story, hear my story. It's not because you walk on this chapter, ito na po ako. May previous chapters pa yan and future chapter pa yan.
Yep.
Kaya dapat, kung maghihingi ka ng love, baka naman yung love na hinihingi mo ay hindi mo mahanap sa iba. Baka kailangan mo munang i-secure yung sarili mo. Kasi pag tinatanong ako, paano kung wala kang makuha ang partner? Okay lang. Masaya naman ako.
Yeah.
I have my kids to talk to. I have my friends who can laugh and cry with me. Pero yung point na kailangan mong maghingi sa ibang tao ng sense of assurance, iba, ikaw makakapag-assure ng sarili mo na, okay, buo ako, mahal ko yung sarili ko, and I accept my flaws. So, kasi yung love is one thing you cannot give if you don't have. Similarly, you cannot ask and beg for love in a context na gusto mo kung ikaw mismo hindi mo alam kung ano yung hinihingi mong love. Diba?
Yeah. So I love what you said. So without Jo, thank you so much for saying yes to me. So if there's one woman, final words, if there's a woman out there who's trying to who's journeying parang similar sa journey mo, anong pwede mong sabihin sa kanya to
Number
make
one,
it?
hang in there. All storm passes. Number two, if you need support, find that support. Kung hindi mo siya mahanap sa iba, minsan mas madalas mahahanap mo siya sa stranger. Sa stranger talaga. Yung merong sayong parang sasapak na hindi mo kakilala na magsasabi sa'yo, you are doing a good job. Number three, you have to love yourself. Above everything else, above the flaws, above your imperfection, you have to love yourself. Walang ibang magmamahal sa'yo except sarili mo. It's not selfish. It's not conceit. But when you learn to love yourself, that's when you realize you can accept anything the world will throw at you.
Yan. Thank you so much, Jo. And I really enjoyed our conversation for tonight. Ang dami kong wisdom na nakuha. I might not be journeying or I might not have experienced your journey, but you'll never know, di ba? Life at times can give you lemon, sabi nga nila eh. But at least you're ready. And of course, to help others as well. There might be someone out there na hirap na. Talagang hanging by a thread na lang. But hearing your story will inspire them to move on and know that there's still something, there's still more to life, despite what she is experiencing right now. So thank you. I'll see you at the backstage as I close my show. So thank you so much and see you in a bit. Thank you everyone for supporting hashtag Project Real Talk. And whether you're joining us live or watching on a replay, please do leave a comment to share your thoughts and insights. Please don't keep us a secret. Help us serve more people by circulating the link of this video. As I close, I'd like to speak to all the corporate moms out there. If you are someone who is experiencing or questioning yourself na ito na lang ba ang kailangan kong gawin, parang there's something that I'm looking for, then maybe it's time for you. You are the unsung heroes of the global workforce. There is a lot more competition in the working world today than there used to be 10 years ago. And there seems to be a never-ending need to stand out from the crowd that is tirelessly in pursuit of success. But with the reality of the great resignation comes the great opportunity for every worker to start building wealth and becoming their own version of CEO, and it's possible even while still being employed full time. If you're interested to embark on a journey of becoming a professional certified coach, life coach like me, master coach, professional training and development services offers Go Actively Co-Create Life Coach certification program with international CPD accreditation and 40 credit units. CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning with lifetime access, 3-day life coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with senior coaching team. So the program package also comes with done-for-you coaching programs and many other bonuses so you can jumpstart in the second fastest growing industry in the world today. So connect now with Coach Rizel at 0917-586-1661 to join the live coaching bootcamp on September 10, 17, and 24 for online learners. And of course, I want to invite you to watch the other shows hosted here at Ting Talk Broadcast. Please follow, subscribe, and engage in our social media accounts at TingTalk_TV on Twitter and Instagram and Ting Talk Broadcast on YouTube, and give us your review. For partnership and collaboration, please connect with Coach Rizel at 0917 586-1661. So see you in the next episode of Hashtag Project Real Talk on September 6, 2022, live here at Ting Talk Broadcast. Your one coaching thought for tonight is, I took this from Master Coach A. Tough times do not test the relationship, it reveals the true state. Because here, you will see who will be the people willing to support you and care for you. There must be love so you could feel safe and not feel toxic when the test is at its toughest. Because where love is an action, safety is an action. This is us in the Philippines. Coaches like us think and talk like this. I am Life Coach Tin de Joya, broadcasting beyond borders to advance life coaching worldwide. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. See you. Thank you for joining me.